This is Tilewa the channel. Let's talk faith, lifestyle, and relationships. And now, this is your host, Tilewa.
Hi guys, welcome back to Tilewa the channel. It's been ages and I know that you guys have been, for those that have been entering my DMs and saying, Tilewa, where have you been? Tilewa, what happened? We've not seen videos and all that. Well, definitely life happened. Something happened and I owe it to you guys to say why I've been away for some months and I'm back. Well, yes, I'm back and I'm going to be telling us the direction of this channel in the coming months, and please hold me accountable for these things. I learned one thing in the last few months, that accountability is very key and it helps us even when we are being distracted a bit from the things that we are expected to do or we should do. If we have accountability partners or people holding us accountable, it's easier to come back to them. So what happened? Today is just all about gist, man, and the few things I learned. So what happened? Sometimes in August, now as the party person that I went for an event and I remember getting like it was one of the maddest events I've attended so far this year. It was all fun. I was extremely tired. I had been a major part of the planning and all of that, so I just wanted to get home, rest, and carry on with life. So it has nothing to do with the event. I said, okay, what's going on? I just did not want to do anything. Like my brain shut down. Bible, I pick up, I slept off, prayers, work. I started calling my boss. I'm not feeling well. I know I'm not feeling fine, but I'm not feeling too well. I started visiting the hospital, like when you are bringing up this malaria that you do not have, but you know that you really need to be checked. I just knew I got tired of doing a lot of things, and I said, okay, fine. Maybe first thing first, I need to go off social media. So I went off social media. I started deleting my social media applications, and I went off WhatsApp status, and I went off WhatsApp generally, except it's important you call me and I come back to check. It kind of helped a bit because less time on the phone, more time sleeping, doing nothing worthwhile. And I started thinking, okay, what is actually going on? For a while it kind of affected the people around me, because unconsciously I was beginning to get into depression state. And then that season was as if the devil just had me in mind. Like my village people came for me. I just started hearing disturbing news here and there, and I started blaming it on those things. Okay, maybe it's because of this person that called me and said this, maybe because of this person that did this one. Please, it got to a point I told the close people to me and I said, if there's any bad news happening around Nigeria, I do not want to know. If there's any bad news happening around my area, I do not want to know. I can barely sleep at night. I can barely sleep without having nightmares, and it was crazy. But then the next morning I was still up, my bag, I'm off to the office, or I have a client, I'm off to deal with them, and I still having issues with some of my jobs. Like, okay, my productivity was declining. Then I knew something was up. I had to talk to a friend. I had to talk to a friend of mine, and she was like, Tilewa, you're going through a mental breakdown and you need to talk to a professional. Me, mental breakdown. They did not break my heart. I've tried breakfast in the past, so what's happening here? Nobody broke my heart, so why am I having a mental breakdown? She said, well, it could come up from a lot of things and all of that. And I was like, okay, so what do I have to do to be better? And I had to start talking to professionals. As for some of the professionals I spoke to, I knew them. Some of them are not Christians. Well, I think we Christians really need to do better putting ourselves out there and not leaving these things to everybody alone, because sometimes you might need prayers with this person, this your therapist is. And he wasn't really a therapist per se, but she was a counselor, and I spoke to her and I talked to her, and she started bringing up stuff, and I realized that, okay, Tiliwa, you actually are going through a mental breakdown. At the beginning, at least for the first 1-2 months, I couldn't pinpoint what it was, but consistency and with the right group of people, support group, my best friends, my close friends, few church members I could talk to about it. They were there to guide me. My pastor was there to guide me, and she was like, well, you need to be how did she put it? You need to be accountable to people, but then you also need to be accountable to yourself. If you continue in this trend, you are really going to fall into depression. So you have to consciously get out of this mode and pay attention to the things that you do. This way we'll be able to find out where the issue was coming from. Well, I was able to figure out what the problem was way into it, but then I now discovered that, okay, the bigger part of it was I needed to shelve, a lot of things. I'm a person of many talents, and the annoying part of this thing is I'm good at the things I do, like very good at them. So it's hard for me to say, okay, I'm sticking to one thing. It's very hard to say, okay, I'm just going to pick one thing and focus on it. And people not doing plenty things and focusing on it and being better at it, but then I figured out that most of the things I do are psychologically draining, and I need to really pick out the important ones. I need to drop some things where I had to, drop a shocker for some of my clients. And a lot of them were like, no, you cannot just leave us like this. It's always good. I'm sorry, my friend Hannah, she came to me and she was like, Tiliwa, you're not jollof rice. You cannot satisfy everybody. Even jollof rice does not satisfy everybody. So a lot of people, your clients, the ones you've been good to, they're going to call you and say, no, you cannot. Even if you're not doing for every other person, you will do for us. You have to do this one, that. You are the one that needs to stand your ground. And I had to learn to say no affirmatively and firmly. I'm still working on that, and I was able to share some things. I'm still sharing some things. I'm still trying. It hurts when I had to pick up some of my clients' stuff and return it. It really did hurt. But then I have to do it for my sanity. I have to do it for my growth. And it felt like, babe, one source of income is going, and once a certain that brings you joy is going, though. But I know that, yes, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to find something new that is probably less psychologically draining, and I'm going to be able to, do it better. So yeah, that was what happened. And as I have been away for a while, good side to it, I added weight. Please, nobody should put me under pressure to drop any weight again, or nobody puts me under pressure. I put myself there. I'm not putting myself there again. Anyways, the most interesting part of this was getting back online. Oh boy, was it getting back, or before getting back, I got messages in my DM, people accusing me of blocking them just because they stopped seeing my WhatsApp status. It sounded ridiculous. Like, my first question to one of them was, did you offend me? He said no. Okay, cool. Did I do anything wrong? He said it's surprising. Why are you accusing me of blocking you? If I block yourself, it's my WhatsApp. But then, why would you? Do we have any conflict of interest? He said no. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like about 3 to 4 people did that. And I said, see guys, we actually really need to calm down. Life is too hard for you to be thinking that, so the next thing if you don't stress me out, why should I block? If you stress me out, I block you and I owe you no explanation actually. But then, no, now let's do better. You don't just come into my DM and say, why did I block you off my WhatsApp status? My WhatsApp status is that important to you. And Tiliwa, I stopped seeing your WhatsApp status, so WhatsApp status. What happened? Then I'll not tell you that, oh, okay, I'm off WhatsApp for now or something. I'm off social media for now. Don't just come in and accuse people. I beg, please. All this our entitlement mentality needs to stop. We need to do better for the people around us. And see, everything is actually really not about you. the earlier we accept that, the better for both parties. Okay, I'm being more deliberate about this channel. It's supposed to be a lifestyle blog channel, and we'll talk about our faiths, our struggles as youths in this degrading world. Things are not getting better. The news are everywhere. Things are not getting better. And what can we do differently, or how have we been coping? So I'm going to be bringing in some people to this place, my friends. Yeah, that's one thing that really helps me. I think I'm surrounded with the right set of people, with very good humans at that. So I'm going to be bringing in some people. They will talk about like creatives in the industry, in the entertainment industry, and how their faith has not been shaken, or the challenges they've had to go through, how God has helped them through it, how we can be better believers, how we can be better Christians in this world, how we can have better relationship. One of the biggest lessons of relationship that I learned in the past few months is that relationship is being a better person. A relationship is not when it involves romance, it's also when it involves people, business, at your place of work, in church. That's what we are. You cannot live life alone if you really want to live to the best of life. And if there's anything the past few days has taught me with listening to Pastor Kojo, it is that one of the way God divinely strategically help us as humans is by people, having people open up their hearts to help us. Right information. How do you get information without people? So yes, you now know that you need to be deliberate about how you actually interact. Of course, definitely more gist of relationships are coming. In fact, I think our next video here, I'm going to be bringing a good friend of mine, and we will be talking about the myths of getting married as singles. Very interesting, right? We are not married. Both of us are not married yet. One day, but then, it's like right now at this phase of our life, everything is married. Ernest wants like I've listened to the Ernest, but then what are the things that we are sort of expecting, or young ladies like us expect before they get married? And are these things really, should these things scare us? Should these things make us be better people or persons to our society? Should these things also make us want to intentionally build functional marriages, functional homes, functional families, for us to have a better society in the future? Till I come back your way again, I remain your one and only Tilewa. Ciao, ciao. Okay.